Hello, hello, Aries, sun, moon, and rising, or for anyone who's just happened upon this video, this one's for you too. Welcome to your December 2024 Tarotscope. My name is Liz, I am the Femme Genius, and I'm so excited about this reading because we're gonna be diving into all the vibes, all the intuitive guidance with the help of the tarot. As always, take what resonates, leave the rest. This is intended for your highest and greatest good and just to help you navigate the energies of the month ahead. If you love this content, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, share it with your fellow Aries, and hit that subscribe button for more intuitive insights and tarot magic. Make sure you also tap the bell icon so you're notified as soon as new videos drop. You don't want to miss what's coming up next. But for now, let's jump into your reading and see what the cards have to say. All right, they're already talking. Ooh, Judgment. All right, for Aries, December 2024. And if you're not watching this in December and you've just happened upon this, again, take what's resonating for you. These are not necessarily time bound, but it's just for you to have an overview of what's going on. All right. I think these are your cards from the Rider-Waite-Smith tarot deck. I think there's one on top. All right. So what I'm already noticing, this is a little bit similar to what was happening in Aquarius's reading today or this month. And that was that there is a lot of major arcana here. I'm seeing Judgment, Hanged Man, the Sun, Justice. And so when I see a lot of these major arcana, it feels like this is a time of pivot for you, or, choosing a new path or major changes, or really getting to know what it is that you want in life. And so this could be a month where you're challenging expectations, maybe external expectations, but maybe also your internal expectations. But I want to say that it feels like you're challenging them in the name of you being happy. You finding the things that are actually fulfilling for you and pursuing them. And I'm saying that because right here in the middle of your reading is the Knight of Cups and the Sun. And when I look at these two in isolation, this is not usually where I would start a reading, but we're just going to go with it today. When I look at these two outside of the context of this reading, first of all, I notice that both of them have the white horse in them. We have, someone riding on the horse. This one is super laden down by armor, and it's got a cup that it needs to carry and not spill, and it's crossing a body of water, and there's just a lot. There's reins, and there's a bridle and a saddle. And then here with the Sun, we have a much smaller, even a little baby coming out, but there's no reins, there's no bridle, there's no saddle. It's unbridled joy. There's no armor. It's just pure joy. It's not having to balance and make sure that your cup is filled and that you're offering your loving cup to others. It's like, I'm coming as myself in my full joy, in my full expansive love, and I'm letting others receive me as myself. I don't need all of this armor when it comes to love. So it feels like there's this uncovering, this exploration, this deeper sense of how you show up in the world and how you make room for joy. Are you approaching love and joy with all of your armor? And this is also fine. There's a time and a place for this energy where it is about being careful about love, allowing love to come in, how you set boundaries around how you're receiving and giving love, all the accoutrements that come with the adult expression or the responsibility of being in a loving relationship with yourself and with others. So that could be as a partner, as a parent, as a child, all of the ways that you learn to express, receive, and give love. And then, along with that, also this deeper exploration of how do I find, allow, flow with, vibrate at the level of joy. And it feels like these two are really connected. So it just feels like there's this peeling back, this laying down of the armor and all of the things, going back to basics, like that the basic energy of love is joy. It's light. It's fulfilling. And the boundaries are natural ones, like this wall in the background. It's not having to wear your armor. It's trusting that you've created a life where love can be unbridled, where love can flow freely and bring in joy and be abundant, all these sunflowers in the background, but where your other boundaries that you've set up, those are the things that are going to protect you in this relationship. So there's something here around really like laying down the battle for love, like getting off the battlefield of love and actually going back to the basics of the joy and the fun and the excitement of love. So I love love. This is very exciting for me to see this. I also see that there's both judgment and justice, and these are two cards in the major arcana of the tarot that for me feel very connected. I know that the messages are different. Like justice really talks to us about the balance, the internal balance of what's right and wrong, also of what's fair, how fairness shows up in our lives, how we judge things in our lives, how we determine, how we use our discernment. And judgment is about taking all of the lessons that we've learned and allowing ourselves to integrate them in order to create the next phase of life. But when I see judgment and justice in this reading, it's bringing up, again, it feels like a similar message to the Knight of Cups and the Sun, where it's saying, like, when I see judgment and justice, these are two things that I associate with the law, rule of law, court of law, that when we pass judgment, it's not just to condemn, it's also to create balance. To create balance in our lives, to create balance in society. And so there's something here too with like turning ideas on their head, really re-examining during December of, what you allow in your life and where your boundaries are set up in order to allow in, joy and love. And really deciding like what stays and what goes. This has been a recurring message for a lot of the signs. So I'm just going to say like, you're not alone in this. I feel like everybody's going to be, kind of cleaning out the closet this month, but it feels like there's something with the words judgment and justice here where passing judgment or pursuing justice can have a negative connotation, but this feels like it's coming in this very strong, empowered way where it's actually like, well, we're not passing judgment as in like we're unfairly judging ourselves or others. It feels like actually discernment is coming in, and the justice part of it is like integrating the discernment and rebalancing some things. So it feels like there are some old ideas or old conceptions that you have about people, places, things in your life that may be coming up for review this month. And so viewing them as actually like an act of service to yourself and others, as opposed to an act of condemnation. There is some surrender happening. There's some discernment happening. So when people are showing you their full face, Seven of Swords, believe them the first time. You don't have to make excuses for other people's behavior. Like, oh, she must be tired. Oh, she must be this. Oh, he must be overworked. Instead, just being like, this is how that person's talking to me, or this is how I'm talking to this person right now. What is that telling me? What information is there? Be radically present this month with what is right in front of you. What evidence is right in front of you? When you take off your armor, you can see a lot further because you're not just looking through this little slit in the visor. You're able to see things for what they truly are. And it feels like that's going to open you up to, instead of carrying around this precarious cup that could spill at any moment, it opens you up to this, the Knight of Pentacles, where yes, there's the armor, but there's also a lot of growth. And you're also holding something tangible that can't just be lost or spilled or taken away. Feels like you're planting seeds in your life that are solid, that are going to lead you into what I want to say is more abundance, more prosperity, more growth. And so all of this, looking at things from a different side, allowing yourself to decide what is and isn't for you. It feels like that's going to plant some major seeds this month for you. And all you have to do is be present and let yourself really be anchoring into, is this sparking joy? Is this bringing me joy? Is this bringing me love? Is this an expression of my love? So Aries, I'm sending you a wonderful, wonderful month ahead. If you would like a private reading, you can book at the link in the description box below. And if I don't talk to you before then, I hope you have a wonderful December, and I will see you in January. Bye for now.